You can always get better. I think sometimes people say, oh, I'm too young to worry about this. Or I hear people say, oh, I'm kind of aged out of that. No, you're not. If you're still here in this room right now, here in Osage Beach, Missouri, you have a chance to move your life even more in a better direction than you were before. Like, what path are you taking today? Are you just running around like a chicken with your head cut off? Or are you actually focused on getting to where you should be going?
Michael is very insightful and inspirational. There were things, I guess, when I looked at my failures in life, I looked at that in a very negative way. And he said yesterday, failure is a wonderful teacher. And that really stood out to me. It also gave me a new perception on how to take better care of myself so I can be better for others in the agency.
His message is what needs to be heard. Now, I can do it for my organization, I can do it for the association, but the difference is Mike comes in from the outside, whereas I'm from the inside. And so whenever you hear the information that you may already know, it just sounds differently coming from someone else. When it comes from Mike, he's a dynamic speaker, he's very charismatic, and the way he presents the information is gold.
I think that's what stood out the best to me was the actual mental state of, dealing with everything we deal with and how we process it, how we get over it, and how we actually just all around just deal with it. And I think it was a great thing that he touched on, and it's just something that I've always been into and love hearing and love talking about.
There was a part in there about selfishness and encouraging one to be selfish in a sense of taking time to better yourself, taking time to care for yourself, and in that aspect, selfishness is not a negative. It's a positive. It's something that's desperately needed because a lot of people, and I catch myself at times, they get in this field to help other people, and they do it at the expense of themselves. Let me field this call, let me take this extra shift, to where you might need just a day to kind of. I don't need to do that. I need to focus on me. I need to take care of myself first. And so that something so simple, but something that maybe not everybody thinks about it, especially in this field.
Working the streets, working detective, and leadership roles as a chief, sheriff, sergeant, whatever position you want to name, we have a multitude of resources out there.
When Michael speaks, it kind of, he makes you really think about things. Why? What do you need to do to improve yourself, to help not only improve yourself, but that way you can help others?
Oh, most definitely, I would, because he gives a lot of knowledge, and he actually talks about things that we don't talk about in law enforcement and dealing with stuff.
He comes from a background who actually has done it. And that's extremely valuable, because when you're trying to express a certain message to a body of law enforcement, you have to have that reputation that comes with it. And Mike has that.
One, his personality. If I didn't know what he did, and that doesn't necessarily matter, but the way he presents it, the way he's active, his personality made it engaging. But also the fact that he's been there and done that, where if you have somebody skeptical saying, what does this guy know? Well, he knows exactly what you know. He's done it. He's been there. So the topic, the way it was presented, but the person himself, Michael, he was awesome.